Alright, testing 1, 2, 3. I'm going to start the streaming soon. It's ready. Start the streaming. See my video. Anytime. Going live in 3, 2, 1. Okay, hi, good afternoon, guys. I am now making use of this free time to perform a repair on this Samsung Galaxy Note 8. So what you see on this screen right now is a process where they actually remove this broken glass on the surface to put a new glass replacement over it. So as you can see what he's doing, right? He's actually, first starting from the top to try to enter uh, and remove the broken glass so that he can thread it through this broken glass until the end. So that is what I'm going to do here. But do take note that this is a very, very complicated process, which means that there is a high chance that you might break, you might damage the screen in the process. And I will switch over the video to the phone that I'm helping my friend to repair. All right, so thanks to Asa for sacrificing your phone to me so that I can perform this repair process. And as you can see right now, that at this moment, the screen, even though it's broken in both sides here, which I've already removed a portion of it, as well as this side here. So as you can see, there's already a dark patch, which means that this part has been damaged from the drop. However, if you see there's another line here. So before I actually started on this, the video streaming, I did try to, pull out a bit of the broken glass. So as you can see here, this is the, the broken portion from here. How I do is actually put isopropyl alcohol and then try to find the starting point so that they can thread through. However, I actually use a fingernail to kind of pull out a bit of the glass. The sharp glass actually uh, punctured to the uh, OLED display, which is why right now you can see that there's this flickering black line flickering over this area. Um, and I do actually let my friend know that this is going to be what I call it, there's a high chance that I might damage the phone, and Asa is okay with it. So I shall, since it's already the start of the repair process, so I shall proceed on with what I have here. So the process, first thing is that I have already prepared the hot air blower. So what this does is that you actually heat up the phone on the surface area, which then you can at least can soften the adhesive glue that is keeping the glass intact onto the OLED display. Secondly, of course, I have actually prepared this. So in a similar process as this guy here, right? I'm going to thread once the adhesive is softened. So I will actually start off like similar to how he's doing. I will make use of this corner here and thread through. Of course, while my worry is that it might actually damage more portion of the screen, but I will take it that this is actually a learning process to have a feel of how is it like to actually thread through. Of course, I do see people's comments saying that this is definitely not an easy process, which is why I hats off to those who does phone repairs, especially glass screen only replacement. Yeah, and of course I did prepare isopropyl alcohol. I might definitely need more of it later as I slowly make my way through. And of course, this to after blowing hot air on it, I have to make sure it keeps within perhaps between 70 to 80 degrees. Because anything higher than that will definitely affect the battery inside. But anyway, the battery will also needs to be replaced. However, I think the priority right now is to settle the screen. Okay. Um, there are some tools that have been provided while I purchased this replacement screen. So let me see where is the replacement. Not say replacement screen, but it's a replacement glass. I'm not too sure where I kept it. It's gone. All right. So you can see that this is the replacement glass that I will be putting over. So I'm now committed to this that even let's say if the screen is damaged from the process of repair, I will still be putting this over. So as you can see this they actually do provide uh, the, the sticker also. So yeah, so this one I would say I actually placed the extra sticker that they provide into this here to consolidate the sticker. I actually also did purchase the additional stickers in case if I decide to replace the battery along the way on the other side of the phone. Yeah. So all right. I think without further ado, I shall start the process. And yeah, I know do observe safety precaution. If basically you need to repair a phone first, make sure you have every tool prepared in hand so that you won't mess it up or miss around. And along the way, if the process of removing the glass is successful, so what I'll do is I'll also use this gum remover to remove the sticky portion of the residue. And what else? Yeah, so I think this is the precautions or the steps I will do. Right now, is the tricky part is to try to get the glass out, and it's going to be shattered in many pieces around. So it's going to be quite scary, but I just have to do it. Okay, so let me just put this aside. And this will actually, I'll actually try to lift up the glass screen in process here. So yeah, start. So do note that it's a very high risk repair. Anything can go wrong. So do not attempt to replace do this step alone. Especially if you're not experienced in repairing any other electronic devices. Get a professional or a repair shop to do this, or just replace the whole screen because replacing the glass alone can be very risky. You risk damaging the screen, or you got or risk getting cut by the glass. So do take note, right? So if they see now it's 64 degrees, it's going higher. The phone might even give a warning say it's overheating before it will auto shut down. All right, so it's now heading towards 70 degrees. Yeah, a little bit more here. 70 degrees. 23. All right. So actually, in the actual repair, right, they will be using hot plates to, to do the heating. So right now, because I do not have a hot plate, so I shall now just do the basics of using the heat gun along the way. So the phone is very very hot. It's like similar to touching say a half boiled egg. So now I'm trying to find my way through this broken glass. It's not going to be easy process. So that's where you see now the threading has begun. In fact, the metal threads can be a bit irritating because they will kind of like go around it. So you can see that now this threading has begun. It's getting slicing right into the glass. I was trying to find another way to to go into another area while this is still warm. And my hands are very sweaty right now, which that's why the repair guys will actually wear the gloves. So let me just put on my gloves as well. So let me know in the comments or in the remarks to see if uh, you would try to fix it yourself, perhaps getting a spare part from AliExpress and attempt this repair like what I'm doing right now. Because from what I realize, sweaty palm for this case can be a pain in the ass. Right, so it's also, I call it, perhaps good to try to put a bit of isopropyl alcohol, not too much of it, just enough to dissolve, whatever area that is needed to be handled. Right. So that's why the temperature as it reduces, right, it gets very gets harder and harder to actually thread through. And with the isopropyl alcohol around it, it can get a bit dangerous, especially when you are hitting the phone. This is currently around the 80s degree. And I realized that once it's heated, up, it's easier to slide through. But at the same time, it can be quite irritating because that's where all your phone screens might start to uh, respond to whatever movement that you're doing here at this point. Let me see if I can separate the glass a bit because you can see there's actually a breakage here, a glass breakage here. So even if I do use this to try to start and put it out, it's not going to lift up this portion here because you can see it's too small an area. So I'll try to slowly lift this area off. Right. So right now because the temperature is quite warm, so at least it can still off quite a bit. And to be frank, this part generally last me because there might be a risk that I may damage the whole screen. So which is why I'm actually taking it a bit slow to this step. And especially right now here at this point in time, there's a risk that I might even damage the whole screen because of it. So I'm actually quite impressed, how others they can actually use this to slice it slowly through this screen. Right now I'm very careful, especially here because uh, the glass might lever and break. You can hear a bit of cracking. It's kind of scary, yeah. So anyway, you realize I actually put a scotch tape also, so at least acts as a the protection against this coming off. And try to just in. It's now the trouble, or should I say the difficulty is this corner here. This corner. So for LCD screen, right? My understanding is that it will only damage if it all go over 120 degrees Celsius. And of course, with the batteries and everything is in operation currently, we'll try to stick it to 70 to 80 degrees. see again. Mm, so the thread is now coming into this other direction. So say the priority has changed a bit. Like this one, we're trying to get this big portion out of it. Oops. No way. So now you can see that even just affecting this portion will damage the whole screen. So now you can see the whole screen is already dead. Gone case. So overall, you can see that this is definitely not what you call it, not easy repair. And you can see I've really damaged the screen before I've even come to the center area. So sorry about that, Asa. I think I might need to find a replacement screen for this. This is already totally damaged. Uh, well, I would say the damaged phone is 1 and John's repair is 0. Yeah, so anyway, I think I'll still keep the video running for a bit because I want to see how can I actually thread my way through this, even though it's already a failed result here. I think another lesson that I've learned here is that air gun method is good if you are doing a back replacement. That means like anything to do with what I've done previously, like uh, battery replacement, screen, the way the camera replacement is fine. However, if you want to do a front repair like this right now, this I would say is definitely not the right tools to use. And you can see that after a while, the glass will get hardened after a while, and even the thread itself, this is so difficult to what you call it to thread because these are all over the place. You see that a lot of kinks might happen. Right? It's a lot of anything that can go wrong here will go wrong. Yeah. So definitely, I wouldn't recommend you to repair it alone. Yeah. So the thread has broken off. It's all in a mess right now. So even this is also a tangled mess. I might probably stop doing this after certain points here. Shit. So there are two ways to go about. For this Note 8, right, there are actually quite a lot of I would say a refurbished screen, which means that the whole screen there may be certain dots, black dots here or around like anywhere on the screen, but they will be selling it as say a range of between 600 to sorry, I mean 60 to 120 Sing dollars. So because it's kind of like what they do is they did exactly that. They have professional equipments to remove the broken screen and just place it over new glass. So that's what they do. And for us, we can actually just get the uh, you know replacement OLED that they have prepared to put it over. So basically, what I mentioned is like getting a screen, right, with a frame, and just transfer all the parts over from this whole phone to a new frame. And also threading is very, very messy. So even before the start of the video, right, um, the preparation of actually getting this thread, right, onto this thing, it's so bloody difficult. And what I've realized is that I have to make a knot here, or even a double knot, so that it can be screwed on to it. So yeah, I would say 10 out of 10. Not recommending to do this glass replacement alone. Never, not at all. So here I am struggling to even get this wire threading screwed in. And now, even though the screen is already damaged, I just want to proceed on to get the surface of the glass out with sweaty palms. It's definitely not a good. So So another challenge right now, as you can see, right, like I might be actually, instead of removing the glass, I'm actually removing the whole at display, because right now you don't see any of my threads going through uh, the screen, the OLED display. That's another downside to threading, because you do not know which area are you moving. So right now at this point, there's no feeling as to where the thread is going. Really no feeling. Only here at least you can see that I can thread my way through. Even though you can see right now it's a bit damaged screen. It's already quite damaged. I'm just getting a feel of how is it like to thread through this part here. And basically if you insert it wrongly, you are actually damaging the screen, which is what's happening right now. I've actually damaged the screen. And like even when I'm doing this right now, right, like there is a lot more resistance to even pull the thread. The heat actually made the phone much more fragile, which is why this is actually something that uh, I won't want to risk it in my next phone repair. This process definitely needs a heat plate to do so, because without a heat plate, this would almost be impossible to do repair. And you can see the screen itself is almost dead already. Okay, so now you might asking, so John, you have already damaged your friend's phone. What are you going to do about it? I would say that I probably might want to wait for a while and try to get I would say a third party replacement screen. All right, so at least you can get get back a working phone. If not, it's just going to be another set of e-waste here. And at this point, like I'm just only feeling like how hard it is to repair, or do this process of removing the screen itself. So unless I'm willing to what you call it, to destroy a few more phones for having a feel of how is it like to remove the glass. Uh, if not, if I would say for those who want to attempt to do this, uh, do it at their own risk. So two things here. Those are recommended because it will actually absorb your sweat, as well as reducing the risk of getting scalded by the heat. So this part, as you can see, is a thread is already broken here. Now I'm just like slicing it through for the sake of moving the broken glass. That's about all. It's definitely a sad sight to see this being damaged, but you learn this in a process. And appreciate how difficult it is to want to repair by itself. And while I feel that the right to repair is very important because it gives the third party repairs the opportunity to fix things and to make an income out of it. I do also realize the importance of having to let those who want to repair to know the risk involved, because at the end of the day they will be the ones that are responsible for their own damaged devices. So you can see right now, even at this point, uh, the the LCD display is being scratched out. And I would say basically now the whole piece of the OLED display is coming off as well, which is definitely not a good sign. So you can see, like, because what the way that I actually push it in, right? It not only removes it not only separates the glass, but it's cutting into the OLED display. And furthermore, because of constant heating, it even lifts up the OLED display in on the inner side as well. So basically now the screen has come to the point of no repair, and this I would say the OLED display is junk. It cannot be repaired already. So basically you have to do a motherboard, the whole transplant of the from the old screen to the new screen. Right, you can see now basically even the digitizer has been separated from it. It's definitely not a good thing. And even if I try to wake it up, see, the whole screen is almost gone. Right, so perhaps I should probably end the repair process here. And I would say the next plan of action, all right, now I have to decide whether to get a replacement OLED display with the frame, or I see if I can, perhaps remove just the screen itself and get the screen without the frame, because currently the frame itself, the buttons are still working fine, but that means that it will be a much harder process to repair. And also, probably I'll do it off screen to actually remove the parts. I see I can remove the parts out of this existing phone. So perhaps this will be another video. And yep, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.